No, it's Saturday night. It's got to be Saturday night. Is it Saturday night?
It's Saturday night.
Okay. I wonder sometimes. Good evening, folks. Old guy, present and accounted for, ready for another yummy dinner. So, yeah. Hello to my brother Doug, and hello to Shar. Good evening to the both of you. I'm now sporting the shirt that my brother sent me, and I would grow my own food, but I don't know where to get bacon seeds. Yes, and I'll show you again. Do we have anybody in the room?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Well, very simple, very yummy, delicious dinner tonight. Chicken fried steak, one of my favorites.
Yep.
And I'll talk about this again here in a little bit, but the voting for the dessert was tied most of the week between two items, between apple fritters and coconut cream pie. And it was that way this morning, and Saturday mornings when I get up is pretty much when I call the deadline for voting so that I have time to get stuff together, make sure that I've got what I need for that particular dessert. So I flipped a coin, and coconut cream pie won out over apple fritters by a coin toss. So there you have it. And I'm not surprised that we might have some folks maybe a little bit late coming in. I was at Putz, and I didn't get the stream posted until just, like maybe a couple hours ago. I'm getting good at forgetting to do that, so that's like 2 weeks in a row.
Shame on you.
Well, I know it's getting bad. So anyway, like I said, it's going to be some coconut cream pie for dessert, and I'm going to get started on that here in just a sec.
Natalie's here, saying hi on her lunch break.
Hi, Natalie. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Hi on lunch break. Hi on my dinner cooking thing. Chicken fried steak, coconut cream pie, in case you didn't hear. That's what's on the menu tonight. I'm probably going to make like a salad, too. I'm going to make some rice for Mrs. Old Guy, and I'm going to have a potato because it's not chicken fried steak without some mashers to go with it. Okay, it is still a chicken fried steak. It's, if you don't have mashers with it, then, I guess you don't. But
Lisa's here. Hi, Tom, from Lisa and Wild Man.
Hey, guys, Lisa, Wild Man. Ow! So I hope you guys had a good week. I do. I was just saying that chicken fried steak, and this was requested by Nate, by the way, so I hope to see him on a little later. Anyway, coconut cream pie for dessert. I don't know if you heard or not, but I'll go through it again just real quick. Most of the week, coconut cream pie was tied with apple fritters, and it stayed that way, I think from Wednesday on till this morning. And this morning it was still tied, so I closed down the voting and I flipped a coin, and coconut cream pie won the toss. So that's dessert.
Natalie says, I love chicken fried steak. I always get it when I'm at the Cracker Barrel.
It's one of my favorites too, and for some reason, whenever I go out on a road trip or something, I always kind of have a hankering, I guess, to have a chicken fried steak. So I'll look for places that might have it, like a mom and pop shop, restaurant, cafe kind of thing, and I'll go from there. But yeah, chicken fried steak is one of my go-to favorites, you betcha.
Eli's here.
Hi, Eli. Good evening. I hope all is well with you. Hope you had a good week. Just as Lisa, you and Wild Man, I don't know if I said it, but I hope you had a good week too. Absolutely. I guess I'm going to get started on making a pie crust so we can get this kind of dessert show on the road and I don't run myself out of time. So, just going to grab a stick of butter.
Eli says, extra black pepper on my sausage gravy, please.
Well, it ain't gonna be sausage gravy, sorry. It's gonna be just country gravy. But as a matter of fact, Eli, I got some white pepper to add in with the black pepper, so it's, that gravy gonna get seasoned. Okay, so let me get some flour going here. I already threw some salt in my little food processor here because just to be honest with you, I didn't want to forget. So, and I already put in too much flour. Boy, I'm telling you.
Uh-oh.
We're off to a good start already. It's all right. I can pull a little bit out. Won't hurt. Here we go. That's funny right there. All right, cut up a little bit of butter in here. Throw in a little bit of water. I'll pulse out this crust and get it rolled out into the pie pan and into the oven. And I'll start some filling. Yes, 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 yes. All right. Toss the knife there. Gonna get this pulsed in real quick, so pardon the noise, folks. Alright, now the water. How we feeling there? Bit dry yet. A little more water.
Lisa said she just got home from her granddaughter's party that Crazy Dad Tim had for her.
Who said that, Lisa?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Was it fun? I bet it was. There we go.
Dave and Paula's here.
Hey guys, good evening. How did your food thing go at the festival? Just curious. I hope you sold lots of stuff. I hope you did well.
I said, hope all is well with you.
Oh, things are great. I'm just getting the crust together for the coconut cream pie. Oh, and I wanted to mention that last week's, for those of you that weren't here, last week the tomato soup cake turned out actually pretty amazing. I was really surprised how good it actually was. Tasted nothing like tomato.
No.
Pretty much tasted like a carrot cake without the carrot, or maybe a lightly spiced spice cake. But however, or a cross between the two. Either way, it was really, really a good cake. I enjoyed it very much. All right, let me get this crust just kind of rolled out here.
Dave said the food festival went really well. About 35 vendors, and tomorrow another one at Killington Ski Resort.
Nice. Well, I hope you have another good day. Absolutely. And again, I'm going to say, I hope you sell all of your product. Yes, I do. All right. Just about got this roll down here. Let's check it against my pie plate. Oh, look at that. Okay. Let's roll it back out. Come on now.
So Nate and Scott requested these items, the coconut cream pie and the dinner?
Yes.
Okay.
So, yes. Nate definitely requested the chicken fried steak. And who'd you say it was? Steve?
Scott.
Scott, yes. Requested the coconut cream pie. I put it to a vote, and that's probably what I'm going to do from now on with the desserts, is just put them up for a vote. And all the desserts that have been requested will keep getting put up on for voting until they eventually have all won. So at some point they're all going to get made. So all right, let me get this just kind of pinched off here real quick. Get it poked with a fork and then into the oven.
Lisa says, "Hey Tom, congrats on all the subs gotten from Wildman."
Oh, thank you, Wow Man. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's been a pretty fun ride these last several weeks, watching the sub numbers increase, and just getting me that much closer to doing my 1,000 sub video / live stream. In a way, I'm looking forward to it because of why, but I'm not really looking forward to it because of what I'm going to do. So, and I think I've talked about it enough. You all know what's coming up. Okay.
Dave says, I never had chicken fried steak until I was stationed in Camp Lejeune or whatever.
Oh, okay.
He goes, I love it.
Oh, me too. Absolutely. Okay, there was a place in southern Colorado, in Cortez, which is pretty close to where the Four Corners area of Colorado is. And Mrs. Old Guy and I went down for a weekend just to kind of goof around. And as I said, I kind of get a hankering for chicken fried steaks when we go on trips. And we stopped into a place, and that was the first thing on their menu, on the top of their dinner menu, our house specialty, chicken fried steak with sausage gravy, real, with lumps, mashed potatoes. So, and a veg. So of course, I ordered that up right away, and I can safely say that it was absolutely the worst chicken fried steak I've ever had. The only thing they got right on that description of the steak and the dinner was the lumpy mashed potatoes. They did have some lumps in them, but they were served almost cold. They were just barely lukewarm. The chicken fried steak itself had been cooked in oil that was way old. You could just taste it. And it wasn't hand-breaded top sirloin steak like they said it was. It was a pre-made, pre-breaded, almost like a cube steak kind of texture to it. It was all dried out. It was just terrible. And I'd really not like to deal with that when I go out to eat. And that's part of the reason why I don't like to go out and eat. Most of the time I can just do it better myself. Okay. Crust is in the oven. I'm going to get started on making that pie filling. And start with the sugar and some cornstarch. I love coconut cream pie.
Yep.
like it almost as much as I like chocolate cream pie. All right. Let's get this measured out here. 2, 3, one more. Let go of it. Okay. Put in the cornstarch. Get it out of my way too. And there's the sugar. 2/3 of a cup. Yes, I did measure some of this stuff ahead of time. Mainly just so I didn't forget it. I've been doing that here lately. Okay, just gotta mix that together a little bit. Down goes the cloud. Separate a couple of eggs here. Well, 4 of them to be exact. Okay. Don't worry, I'm gonna save the egg whites. They won't go to waste. Come on now. I can use that to make some Swiss meringue, or Swiss buttercream. Oh, come on now. I won't be able to use it for meringue if I get egg yolk in it. Were you gonna say something?
I said darn thing.
Oh, yeah, I know it didn't break right, did it? Just like that one didn't.
Ew.
Liquid chickens.
Slime.
All right, last one. Come on. Bang. Okay. Give my hands a quick rinse. Okay. That's good. So, cream and milk.
Dave said that he'll be back. He's got to get stuff into the truck for tomorrow.
Okay. I'll still be here. So I'm going to have a half a cup of cream. And a full cup of milk.
Ronald, sir?
Good evening, Ronald. How are you, sir? Getting together a coconut cream pie. All right, get that mixed in. Some cream and milk mix. Guess I'll put what's left away. Yep. Won't be needing that till later. All right. Stir this in a little bit. Just a pinch of salt. Like maybe a 1/4 teaspoon. And I need to add that same amount of coconut milk. So it'll be 1.5 cups of coconut milk.
Have you ever tried coconut milk?
Just drinking it? Yeah.
Is it good?
It is if you like coconut. Like there was that drinking coconut that I tried not too long ago, and it was
It was different. It was good.
Yeah, it tasted just exactly like coconut. I wonder why that was.
Well, I didn't know if that was, had it sweet or.
Yeah, no, it was kind of sweet. Okay. Try to get this to exactly, or as close to it as I can. A cup and a half. Where's my marker? That looks good. If you're going to do this, it is really better to use the full fat, so to speak, coconut milk. Just gonna rinse this
Eli
cup.
says, how's Chum?
He's doing okay. He is pretty much back at 100%, which is a good thing.
Yep.
Took the guys for a walk this morning. Okay. Let me get a little bit of water in this just to rinse it out. Okay. Gonna turn a little fire on here. Give these egg yolks a quick little beating. Alright. To the woodshed, you're getting a beating. Set those over there. Alright, now the fun part.
Steve Russell's here.
Steve Russell, good evening, man. How are you? Good, I hope. Let's see if I want to here. Do want to put some coconut in the coconut cream pie. Go figure.
Eli says 275 till 5 o'clock oysters.
That's right. It is getting very close.
Whoa.
That's about a cup and a half. Let me get that stirred in here. All right. It's going to take a few minutes for that to come up to temp and thicken up and all that fun stuff. Pie shell's looking really good. All right. Coconut cream pie.
He says he's hanging in there, about to see some friends I haven't been around in 4 months.
Oh wow, cool. It's always fun to run into, see old friends or whatever, especially if it's been a while.
Eli says I just came back to the stream and thought you were making gravy.
No, not yet.
The coconut milk threw me off.
Yeah, like what is he making? Never heard of coconut gravy. Well, I imagine there's some curries that would have like a coconut milk gravy. All right. Yeah. This shouldn't take terribly long. Just a few minutes to kind of just stand here and stir it. And make sure that I don't let it burn to the bottom.
Yeah.
This thing about coconut, you gotta keep it rolling here. Don't want it to stick to the bottom. Alright. I got a second to get this out of my way. It's not really in my way, but put some in here for when we come to do some chicken fried steaks. Let's get this out of the way here. Okay. Easy enough. Oh, look at that. Getting my nice new shirt all dirty.
Shame on you.
It's because I'm doing stuff with flour. It never fails. Alright. So, as always, I'm going to ask you, what are you folks having for your dinner? Chicken fried steak with some mashed taters, rice for her, and a salad. How about you guys? Oh, I want to know. I need to know. It's like one of those things. Junkie wants another hit. I want to know what you're having for dinner. Yeah, look at that. Come on now. Are we getting warm? Oh, yeah. Ooh. Tastes coconutty. I wonder why that is. Wouldn't be the fact that it's got almost a whole can of coconut milk in it. Well, since we had the coconut, I should have thought of maybe to make some coconut shrimp to go with this tonight.
Oh,
Huh? I imagine that's my brother.
yeah. Good evening.
Let's see what he's having for his dinner. Okay.
Okay.
Get the swirl. Oh, and I'll wait till the
will
soda
let
is
him
done.
know.
But I have a point of clarification that I need
Okay,
to make.
yep, I'll let him know that too. Okay. Bye. They had salmon,
Salmon,
sweet potato,
sweet potato,
and salad.
and salad. Cool. Thanks.
And by the way, you look good in your t-shirt.
I look good in my shirt. Well, thank you. And I do have a point of clarification to make because I was informed when I was talking to Doug the other day that the dinner suggestions that I have been giving him credit for actually are coming from Shar, his wife. So from now on, I'm really going to specify who they're from. unless of course Shar doesn't mind. But I give all the credit to Doug. Okay, it's coming up to starting to thicken a little bit here. That's good.
Eli says, I haven't had soda in a while, and right now I'm having a cherry Coke with a lot of ice that is hitting the spot down to my soul.
Well, that's some spot hitting right there.
Yeah.
And that's dead on if you're getting it that far down, buddy. You might want to be careful. You know, you might get yourself like addicted to that.
Lisa said Wildman made cube steak with mashed potatoes for dinner.
Oh, yum. Yeah, we like cube steak.
Yep.
Absolutely. Nothing wrong with cube steak as long as you don't overcook it or try to pass it off as something that it isn't. There was something else too at that same weekend. In fact, I think it was even the same evening. We had the terrible dinner, and then we went to go see a movie. I don't remember. I think it was one of the Mission Impossibles, or maybe a G.I. Joe Cobra movie or something.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Afterwards, after the movie, I thought, well, it's still kind of early. Maybe we should go get a piece of pie and some coffee. Let me see here. How are we looking? I'm going to give that another couple minutes. So, I didn't want to go back to the restaurant where we were at. We went down the road to a Denny's. And we sat there and we were looking at the menu. And there was no pie listed on the menu, and I thought that was odd. So we made up our mind on something else. I forget what it was. It was on the dessert menu. And the waitress comes up and asks, what we would like, and I told her what we had settled on, and she, that we really wanted pie, and she said, "Oh, well, we have pie." And I said, "You do?" She says, "Yeah, we got coconut cream pie, and we've got what was the other one? I think chocolate."
Something like that. I don't remember for sure.
And I said, "Well, okay, we'll take a piece of each." And she comes back and said, "Well, we don't We're out of chocolate. You know, we only we only get them in sometimes, or like pretty infrequently. We keep them frozen because people don't order them. And I'm like, okay, I bet you $100 if you put that on the menu, people would order it. It just made absolutely no sense to me why a Denny's, for all of all places, or you know, where it's everything's supposed to be standardized, that pie wasn't on the menu. Just unbelievable. Okay.
Jared's here.
Hey, Jared. How are you, sir? Good, I hope. We are making coconut cream pie.
Eli says, today is the first day I thought about turning on the AC in the car. Nature is about to turn the furnace on.
Yeah. Well, we can turn it on here
Yeah.
any old time, because I've had just about enough snow to last me, I'll tell you what. All right, let's get some tempering done. Temper. Egg yolks there. All right, back on in. Nice. All right, back over to the stove.
Jared says he's doing very well.
Awesome. So, okay, we haven't had many of you. I know that we had some, dang it, cube steak in Mashers.
Yeah.
My brother had salmon, but I think that's all I've heard from, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you folks? All right, give that.
Eli said we had a good month of winter, aka in the 50s. Now it's back to pre-summer. I wish it would be 50s here.
Yep. We did have a few nice days.
Yeah.
Most of the snow in our yard started to melt. There's a few spots where it was still pretty, piled up, but we were actually starting to see some ground. And snowed again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got another, I don't know, half a foot out there now. It's like, crap. All right, finish that off. A little bit of vanilla. Very good. Woohoo! Let me check this. Sorry I'm going out of view here, but I gotta fix my. All right. Ugh. Let's look here. Yeah. Okay. Woohoo! Now, I gotta let that pie crust cool for just a minute. Get some water in here.
Ryan the Lion's here. Oh, I'm back, old man. Thank you for competent. It fills the void. I feel more than you could imagine.
And who is this?
Ryan the Lion?
Ryan the Lion. Well, Ryan the Lion, you'll have to forgive me because I don't remember the name specifically, but I got a lot of folks that pop in semi-infrequently, so you'll have to forgive me. But I'm glad you're here now, and as a matter of fact, we are making some chicken fried steak tonight. I don't know if you're partial to that, but we're going to have, oh, that one don't have the tab sewed on. I got to fix that one.
Eli says, OG, what would be your last meal?
What would be my last meal? That would be the one just before I died. Oh, you mean if I chose something? And I knew I was going to die. Oh, I see. I don't know. I can't choose just one thing right now. You'll have to ask me when I'm a little closer to actually having that event happen. Right now, I'll say chicken fried steak.
Ryan says it's no problem. I appreciate your content.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you watching. I really do. And here in just a minute, when I pour this into the pie shell, I got the basket thing ready to go for the new way that we're going to be picking the suggested dinners for this week, for these weekend fun things. All right, let's pour that in here. Oh yeah, that looks pretty darn good.
Yeah, it does.
All right, let's give it a taste. That's yummy. Okay, Mrs. Okay, let me hand you
Is it hot?
a couple of pot holders here, or pan holders, however you want to say it. Try and get that up underneath there for you. Got it? Do you need me to get the door for you?
No, I got it.
Okay. We're going to stick that outside for a little while. It's not particularly cold out, but it is cool enough. Clean cloth here to wipe down my mess. All right. Looking good. Get this out of the way. Move some stuff over here and get ready to start getting some chicken fried steak done. I can shut the oven off. Yay.
I boogered your, I got
You
it in there.
boogered it.
I got it in there, sorry.
Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Oh, well, that's okay. That's okay. Let's get a couple things out of the way here.
Eli says he's craving some teriyaki chicken for dinner.
Teriyaki chicken is delicious.
And Ryan says it's just fun to watch a old man do things. just like,
I see.
just a real grandpa / dad vibe he's got.
Yeah, well, old guys are paid. That's why it's called Old Guy in Colorado. But don't, what was that saying? Just 'cause there's a little snow on the roof, don't mean there ain't a fire in the furnace. Alright, let's dump this over here. Make a little breading station action going. Just plain flour, a little salt, maybe a little black pepper and a little white pepper. And also put that in the gravy, in my country gravy. Eli asked if I was doing sausage gravy. And I normally do my sausage gravy when I'm doing like sausage gravy and biscuits. More of a breakfast thing. I tend to just use regular plain old country gravy when it comes to things like chicken fried steaks, chicken fried chicken. And that's ridiculous that they call it chicken fried chicken. Why isn't it just fried chicken? Why is it chicken fried chicken? That never made no sense to me.
Brian laughed at what you did.
Okay.
And Eli says, OG, the new red-green show.
Yeah, except for I don't use a lot of duct tape when I'm cooking. If I don't do it, I'm sorry. Okay. Milk.
You made a mess.
Huh?
You made a mess.
I made a mess? Well, it ain't the start of it. It ain't the start of it. Things are going to get a whole lot worse before they get any better, that's for sure.
Chum, chum.
I will set this up over here, though. When I start pounding that steak.
Go outside. Come on. Here you go.
Okay. Where'd my mallet go? I've got a nice sirloin steak here. Well, that's about 1.25 inches, close maybe 1.5 inches thick, and I'm just going to separate it right here where that fat line is, and that'll make one nice one for each of us. Just so I can maybe keep some of the meat splat from everywhere into the bag. All right. I'm just going to beat the crap out of this, so you'll have to pardon my hammer.
Hey, Chumley, come this way, please.
Oh yeah. Very nice. That looks great. One more. Watch. Go ahead.
Steve says he's trying to find something in the house, and he's thinking of having some dinosaur nuggets and a peanut butter sandwich.
Cool. Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes in the night, I'll want just a little something, so I'll essentially make a peanut butter sandwich.
You need to go outside, Polly?
Come on.
Eli says, OG, you are having too much fun with that pounding, Oliver.
I am. I gotta pound something. Okay. That looks pretty good, by golly. Slide these over here.
Steve says, luckily I have some Chick-fil-A sauce.
I've seen that at the store. I've not tried it. Okay, this is my genuine handcrafted, beautifully made basket turning thing. And I'm going to pop it open. Okay, and here, except for this one on the top, these are all the dinner suggestions, requests that were on the wheel, plus every single one that was in the book. There is at least 100 or more into the thing.
Come here,
And this
Polly.
little thin sliver of one says old guy on it, and if I should happen to pick that one, it's like a wild card. I can do whatever feel like on that. All right. Mix them up. Doing a good spinning, mixing.
Uh-oh,
Uh-oh.
you're leaking.
That's not polite. Let me get these back in there. And tonight I'm going to pull two of them. Uh-oh. Dropped one.
Yeah, and I don't know where it went.
I do. It went right here.
Okay. There's a couple under the stand too. It looks like.
Okay. I might have a few kinks to work out.
Steve laughed and Eli says hashtag oh no. Put some screen around it or something like that.
This side just doesn't want to pull down. I don't know why. There, come on. Now it should be pretty well shut and hopefully not do that again. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, they are starting.
Right there.
Yeah, more right there.
Okay. It's spun enough. Get off there. One more time around. Okay.
With your hand or something. Eli says maybe some chicken wire.
Something. Gonna have to make it easy to get in and out of those. So I gotta pick two tonight. There's one. There's two.
Ryan Deland says, old man, what in the world did you build?
What?
Besides bingo, what are you going to do?
Just gonna pick these.
Another name just fell out.
Huh?
Another
One
name.
fell out. Okay. I'll make sure that these stay in there and that I do something to make it a little more secure when it comes to spinning. This was just a rotisserie basket I had laying around, so it doesn't stay shut quite as well as I thought it would. That's okay. So let's see what's coming up next week and the week after. So I'm going to flip them both over, and just by random I'll take this one. So next week, Birria tacos. And that there we actually had several people request either tacos or Birria tacos, and those 4 people are J Mart. Are you making note of that? J Mart, Janice, Dawn, and Miguel. All requested either tacos or Birria tacos. So that's coming up next week. And I'm looking forward to that because I've never made them before. So that'll be fun. All right. Week after next, barbecue ribs. And that's from Natalie. Now there's Chumley wants in. There's only going to be one thing about the ribs. There's no way that I can cook them on the live stream and within my within that 2 hours and make dessert. The ribs are gonna have to be prepared ahead of time. I'll put them out in my smoker and I'll smoke them. So when the stream starts, the ribs are gonna pretty much just be ready to eat. So that's how that's gonna work. All right, and there's those 2. Guess just keep them to the side for now.
Yep.
Okay, really good.
So Ryan says, just the random 18/19th century lottery.
Yes, exactly.
And he also says, I'll definitely be here for the tacos.
Awesome. Well, that's great. I'm glad. The more people that I get watching, the better. And I need to beat this a little more. Okay. It was still just a little bit thick. Good. in a spot.
Have you ever smoked meatloaf?
Have I ever smoked a meatloaf? No, but I've seen some videos and a couple of ones. One where it was just a smoked meatloaf, and the other one it was wrapped with bacon and then smoked. So yeah, I've not actually done it, but I've seen it.
Eli asked that, by the way.
Huh. You can make that a request, and it'll just get tossed into the barrel. So, okay. I'm going to do a double dip here. Just going to do flour. Flour and milk. I would have used buttermilk, but this next week coming up, I don't have anything planned to use it, the rest of it for, so I don't want it to go to waste. So I didn't get it. Just regular milk will work fine. Get this breaded up. Oh yeah. That looks good. Oh, yeah, I know. Left hand, dry hand, right hand, wet hand, forehand, backhand, sleight of hand.
Freshen up for them.
Sure.
He walked up and walked away.
Oh, yeah, let me get the dog some fresh water here, guys. Every now and then it gets a little slimy. When Chumley drools, he drools. He's the ruler of the drooler. The ruler. Okay. There we go.
Sorry about that.
So they got fried chicken. They have chicken fried steak. Why don't they call it chicken fried pork when you do it to pork? Why is it just a breaded pork cutlet? Why do they make that particular distinction? I mean, if they're going to say chicken fried chicken, just making an observation. Get that totally coated. Oh, it's going to be so good.
Looks good.
It does. It's going to sit for a minute. I suppose, see, I'm glad that I had that little light ding off in my head.
I was just going to ask you about that when you're doing it.
I should get some rice going here. Got some water going. Water for the rice. A little water in here for my tater. Gotta have that stuff too. Alright. I might need a little more flour. Uh-oh. Wouldn't that be a shame if I needed more flour?
Would that be a hashtag oh no?
No. That doesn't qualify. Now, an oh no would be if I dropped that on the floor. Yeah. That would be a good oh no. Or if I did something really stupid and used powdered sugar instead of flour. Speaking of flour, I'm just going to have to add a little bit more here. Oh, boy, the things I have to do to make a dinner. Salt, pepper, flour. Jeez, what a hassle. Okay. You didn't think I was just going to put regular flour on there again, did you? Heck no. Gotta season that junk. Alright, that looks pretty darn good. 2 chicken fried steaks ready to rock. Get these out of my way. Rinse off the hands again. Alright. I suppose before I start making the salad that I should peel a potato and get it cut.
Scott's here.
Hi, Scott.
Hey, Tom, Mrs. and old guy, and Chad.
What did I do with it?
Hope you're all doing well. Just got done with training for volunteer position. It was so much fun.
Awesome. Now where in the heck? Oh boy, right there. It's like I thought I put it in the sink. Let's get this wiped up a little bit here.
So was that for the fire department, Scott, or was that for something else you're volunteering for?
Well, I'm sure it was for the fire department. I'm gonna guess.
Eli says Chuck Norris once Roadhouse kicked a coal mine and it turned into a diamond mine.
Well, Chuck's that kind of guy. All right, peel a tater. The dreaded potato
Yes.
that is in almost everything. We even found potato starch in a soda. That really freaked me out.
Yep, me too.
It was I don't remember. It was a Jones soda, but I don't remember the particular flavor. And I was really surprised. It's like, really? Starch in the soda for what? Certainly didn't seem any thicker than any other soda. I don't know why, but hey, gotta put up with it. All right.
Chuck Norris uses pepper spray as seasoning.
Chuck is the man. Let me set a timer here.
Scott said it was for the fire department. LOL. We learned how to work a hydrant, run hose, and how to use different types of nozzles and how much around with them.
Nice. That's very nice.
Yep.
I still think that's pretty awesome that you're doing that, Steve. Scott. Steve. Too many S names. We need a couple of Bobs in here. Okay. Let's turn that
Scott
burner
said
up.
they also learned how to move around with them.
Yeah, that's important. Holding on to them is one thing. Actually walking around with them is something else. Okay, new knife since Mrs. Old Guy doesn't get any potato in her salad.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Come here. I'll grab the lettuce in a minute. Okay. We'll start with a little bit of peppers, some celery, a little bit of onion, some cucumber.
Scott says, I'm really glad I joined. The work has been a ton of fun and the community is amazing.
Well, I still think that's really, really cool that you are doing that. I can hear things starting to go, just making sure I don't have an overflow. I hate that. All right. Little red bell pepper. Throw that back in here. A little. Guess there's some seeds left. Got a little orange bell here. Ding dong. Avon calling. Most of you probably don't know what that is. Okay. Get a little bit of pepper action. Okay, a little celery. Not a lot, just a little celery there. Okay, there's celery. Mrs. Old Guy likes onion in salads. I am not fond of it, so I'm just going to do a little bit for her. Okay. Get some of this stuff out of my immediate way.
Eli says Avon is still around, and Scott says, was chicken fried steak my suggestion?
Chicken fried steak was...
Yeah, it was both of them.
Yeah, there was two. Yeah, you and Nate both requested that. And that's the way with a lot of different things. More than one person has requested them, which makes it that much funner.
Yep.
You know. All right, a little bit of cuke here. Get that sliced up. Okay. Okay, now I can put some of this stuff away. Get it out of here. Get a little lettuce. Couple of bowls. I am so looking forward to spring and summer. We have had a lot of snow this year, and I'm just going to be glad to kind of see it just go away.
Yep.
The mountains really needed it, and I'm glad they got it, but I'm also glad that it's almost over. Whoop. A little bit more lettuce there. Not trying to make a huge salad. Just big enough. Just big enough. Okay. Just take half of that. Throw it on there. You can see that I'm being very careful, in particular, on how I get this salad put together. Okay, that one's done. Two salads. Voila, and stuff like that.
Eli says, I'll trade your snow for the surface of the sun.
No, because we're going to get our own sun surface here pretty soon anyway.
Ed's here.
Hey, Ed.
Hello and greetings.
Greetings, greetings, greetings. Just kind of getting the last sort of stuff together for dinner. Chicken fried steak. There's the steak that was, that's some a nice sirloin that I pounded out. Just some flour, salt, and pepper to bread it with. Got some taters cooking. Got some rice cooking. Tater for me, rice for Mrs. Old Guy. Gonna make some country gravy. But first, I guess I'll take a minute, since I have time.
Scott says the winter has been so cold my old truck didn't want to start for the last 2 weeks. It's finally 45 degrees and I got it to start today. I'm so glad I thought the starter went out.
Well, yeah. Glad it started for you, too. I'm going to toast a little bit of coconut here to put on top of the pie.
You think that's cool enough to bring in and put in there?
Yeah, go ahead and grab it.
Okay, it was still a little bit
It's okay.
warm when I...
It's going to be warm.
Well, I meant,
You know what I mean. Yeah, as long as it isn't just out of the oven, it should be all right. I'm going to stick that pie in this little mini freezer that we got on this small fridge, in the hopes that it will chill it out enough for us to have that for dessert here in a little while.
hopefully it'll fit.
It should. Why am I doing that? I tried putting the
Because you were talking about the freezer.
coconut into the freezer. If you're ever going to toast coconut, keep in mind that whatever pan you're using is going to stay hot. So don't just slide it off the stove and think it's going to be okay to leave it in there. It's not. You have to get it out of that hot pan or it's just going to keep going. And if it's hot enough, it'll burn your toasted coconut, and burnt toasted coconut tastes terrible. And I also discovered that it's almost impossible to find regular shredded coconut that isn't sweetened. It's all been sweetened. If you want raw, unsweetened coconut, you gotta buy coconut and shred it yourself. Just want it to get turning a little bit brown. Toast it up. There we go. Now I'm seeing some color. A little bit more. Almost there. Shut the heat off. Finish toasting. Good. Beautimous. That worked out great.
Yeah.
In a snap. Taters are cooking.
They're boiling.
They ain't boiled over yet. Rice did. Always does. And I will start the fun part of the gravy here pretty shortly. Got my fryer ready to rock.
Scott says, how are the dogs?
They're doing good. They're being lazy this evening. That's okay. It was nice enough out today. There wasn't enough new snow on the side of the road to make it a pain in the butt to walk them. And they also had the highway shut down at the top of the pass, so a lot less traffic. It was okay. We got them out for a walk this morning, which was nice. It wasn't super cold, and they enjoyed getting out. There's been some times where they've had to stay in because it's not safe to walk out on the highway when when the pass is open, because people don't care. They'll come flying through here 50, 60 miles an hour, and I don't want to get taken out. And I don't want my dogs to get taken out. So if I can't walk on the side of the road, or if the pass isn't closed, we don't walk them.
Yep, not in the winter.
Nope.
Eli says watching OG cook is the kitchen version of watching Bob Ross paint.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. I was going to say something more along the lines of, Bozo the Clown or something, but Tater's getting there. I don't want lumpy. I don't want lumpy taters. And there's, over the years I've found that there's such a fine line between mashed potatoes that are just thick enough and mashed potatoes that are too thin to handle gravy. You get some mashers that are just too loose. Putting gravy on them just ruins them.
Steve wants to know, how is the cat?
Missy is doing okay. Just doing her normal cat thing. She hangs out either on the bathroom rug or during the day, or in the evening at night she'll sleep in our closet. But she's okay. Just doing her cat thing.
Steve says Peapod the pocket squirrel is my spirit animal.
Okay. It's cool. Cool. My spirit animal is the platypus. I had kind of a fun new experience this week. For those of you that watch Trippy Food and watch Val's live streams, y'all know that I've been kidding and joking around about kumquats for about 2 years now. And finally, there was a place about an hour and a half from here, a natural grocers that actually carries kumquats when they're in season. So I got to try kumquats.
Yeah.
Yahoo! There's even a couple of guys from a couple of the actors from the George and Pudgy episode that we did. If you haven't checked it out, please do. The George and Pudgy show. But George had to make a kumquat pie and had never heard of kumquats. And never tried one, a lot like me. And neither had Arthur, who played Boone Jerkins, and Matt, who played the Quat Father.
And what is their channel?
And their channel is Disposable Cinema, so you should give them a check. But so the three of us sat down and tried these kumquats for the first time. And I took what was left, and I'm going to make a kumquat pie with it. But I'm not using the kumquat pie recipes that I saw, just because it really didn't require anything. No brain work. The Cool Whip, sweetened condensed milk, and the kumquats was pretty much the entirety of the ingredients. And it's like, I do not like Cool Whip. I do not like that artificial whipped topping garbage. So I'm making the pie a much different way. So, and I'm doing a video out of it, so you guys will be able to check it out when the time comes. How we doing here, taters? They are just about on Matt Dunn's side. Set them over here. Get a little bit of butter. Get the cream. Get some mashers done. How much time do we got left? 3 minutes left on the rice. The gravy and the cooking the meat, that ain't gonna take very long. Not very long at all. Okay. Let's get some water emptied out. I almost dumped the whole thing.
You've been bumming.
I'd have been a little angry with myself. I'd have dumped all my potatoes out in that dirty sink. All right. Just use the old hand mixer here. I'm trying to mash them. Let's put in some butter. Tablespoon, roughly. Well, you're just not going to cooperate with me, are you? And about 2 tablespoons of cream. A little salt and pepper. Gotta season the food, folks. That's a bit much. There you go. Okay. Now, with any luck, this will actually stay in the pan here. Come on, luck. Come on. It's gonna jump all over the place. Am I doing all right over here? Am I okay, guys? Okay. Want to lick the beaters?
No, thanks. I'd rather not.
Yeah, I imagine. I was even going to offer to turn it off. All right, let's throw this under here.
Is that burner off?
We have got 29 seconds to rice. So I'm going to shut that off. Slide that off to the side. Woo! That's a hot handle. All right. We're getting down to the good stuff now. A little more butter. Get some fire going underneath it. That's the rice. Whew. We're getting close. It's almost time to have food.
Yay.
Yeah. Definitely got to have some food. At least once a day.
Is that the cutting board you use to cut potatoes?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I threw that one in the sink, I believe. Just to make sure, here, I'll rinse that off, okay? Leave those right there. Melt some butter down. Let's get that country gravy rocking. Salt. Black pepper. Fair amount. A little bit of white pepper too. Oh yeah. Looks good. Let's grab some milk. Got part of another one that needs to get finished. And I suppose I took both of my whisks and used them for something else. That's okay. I've got another one. flour in there.
Chuck Norris has a diary. It's called the Guinness Book of World Records. Joshua's here.
Joshua, good evening. Hope you've had a good week. I hope you're doing well. I'm getting ready to make some country gravy to go with these here chicken fried steak that I'm going to put in the fryer here in about maybe 2 or 3 minutes as soon as this gravy's done.
Joshua said hit the like button. That's right, hit that like button.
Let's please y'all. All right. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is gonna be so good. I love country fried chicken fried steak, or country fried steak, however you like to say it. Oh, looking really, really good. A little more milk here. Great. Okay. Cook a couple steaks.
Steve says, do you guys have the steak fettuccine in the suggestions?
Steak fettuccine? No, but it's in the suggestions now, and it will get added to the barrel.
There was some kind of fettuccine in there, but I don't remember what.
Yeah, I don't remember for sure what kind either, but we will write it down. All right. Oh, yeah. Let's get this cutting board out the way. All my burners are off. That's a good thing.
Eli says, I think you should put Val in change or making a Trippy Food drink to wash down those oysters when you go to California.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get any more crazy than that. You know, I think I might stick to a relatively simple beverage, perhaps water.
Steve said thanks for putting that in the suggestion.
Ooh. Say that again?
Steve said thank you.
Oh, absolutely, Steve. A couple of plates here.
You got your fresh water.
You got salt and pepper over there?
I don't.
You don't?
No, Trey don't have one.
Oh. I want to make sure they're within your reach.
Come. You need it?
Alright, just gotta let those babies brown up a little bit. Instead of using just whipped cream from the top of that coconut cream pie, I'm going to use a combination of cream and mascarpone cheese. It's going to be really rich and really delicious. So. Oh, that's rich. these babies get nice and golden brown. This is the hard part. Waiting that last couple of minutes for dinner. It sure looks good.
Eli says, I can't believe you used to make those suggestions in an hour. Iron Chef OG, LOL.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder too, that's why I increased the time to 2 hours. First of all, because some of the suggestions we're taking every bit of an hour to get out. And so 2 hours makes that task a little bit easier. And sometimes I'm surprised I get it done in 2 hours, depending on how ambitious the menu is that night. Good thing it's just for 2 people. Although sometimes I cook for like 4 or 6, depending on what it is. Like pizza, for instance. We seldom eat a whole pizza unless it's kind of small. Let's unplug that fryer. Because I think we're ready to eat some food.
Yeah.
Get that drained. Sounds crispy and crunchy to me. And again, a minute to drain out. Alright. Jeez, these are coming together pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. Gravy got a little thick, that's alright. That's easy to fix. Add a little more milk.
You got milk sitting on the counter for some reason.
Oh. Yeah. I pulled it out in case I didn't have enough of this milk. That's what I get for paying attention. Okay. I'll put it away. Is that okay?
Yep. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want it sitting up.
Okay.
Eli says, I can't wait to cross Hungry Bird off the foodie list.
I can't either, Eli, because that would mean we get to meet up. I think that would be fun. All right. Let's see which one of these goes kind of ahead. Okay. Let's put some rice on the plate here. And some smashers on the other plate. I'll need my fork. What did I do with it? And let's get this. Let's get this covered with some gravy. Oh yeah.
Plenty on one.
I'll say when it's plenty. All right. There you go.
Thank you.
I guess I'll give the folks a look-see. Sorry, Chimley. Let me get the old light going here. Come on, light. There we go. All right, can you see that okay, Mrs. Old Guy?
Yep.
There you go, folks.
Can you hold it down just a little bit? There you go. That's a little bit.
Chicken fried steak. Yummy. All right. Off goes that light. My favorite part of the evening. Oh, here's your salad.
Thank you.
Yep. Let me grab you some dressing.
Thanks.
Oh. Alright. Little Italian dressing here. No, I did not make the dressing tonight. There you go, Mrs. Old Guy. All right. Well, the breading is what?
Alter Rocket Girl is here?
Alter Rocket Fuel. I don't remember
Girl.
seeing you in a what?
Alter Rock Girl.
Alter
24.
Rock Girl.
Yes.
Okay. Well, now that I have the name right, welcome to Old Guy's Kitchen. Saturday nights I cook what you folks request, and tonight it's chicken fried steak, and dessert is coconut cream pie. Every Saturday night it's the same thing. Not the same. I don't make the same thing, but I I cook what people have requested. So welcome to the kitchen. Grab yourself a seat. Get yourself a soda or a soda or a beer from the fridge, and we're gonna try this steak.
She said it looks delicious. Hope you guys enjoy your meal.
Oh,
Any like said comfort meal right there.
wowzers! Mm. 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 That is really freaking good. Now, if I get served a chicken fried steak like this, I'm a pretty happy camper, but places that actually do that and don't cop out to the frozen, pre-made stuff. Mm.
Alter Rocket Girl says, LOL, thank you for the welcome. I subscribed.
Well, thank you. Awesome. Thank you for subscribing.
And she
Really,
said it looked like it was fried to perfection.
it is. It's really nice and crispy, and staying crispy even under the gravy. So to give you a little more idea of what we do, on Saturday nights, I should say, cook what was requested, but I try to do it as much from scratch as possible. I use very, very little in the way of canned or pre-made foods. Some stuff I use canned, like I use canned coconut milk for the coconut cream pie. I wasn't gonna buy a coconut and use, use fresh coconut milk. But I think you understand where I'm at with that. On the community page, every week there is a vote poll for the dessert that I make also on Saturday. Today it was coconut cream pie. That is in the fridge doing its thing, chilling out. Next week we're making Berea tacos. I've never made them before, so it'll be a new thing, and I absolutely love that.
And that you won't be able to cook the meat on the stream either, will you?
Right. There is some exceptions. That's a good point. Some things that are requested are just not possible to cook within the 2-hour time frame that I have. Like next week is the Berea tacos. The meat has to cook for several hours ahead of time. The week after that, I drew barbecued ribs, and it's the same thing. I'll have to prepare them before the stream, and then I'll end up cooking whatever side dishes or whatever will go with it and the dessert. And usually dessert is made first, so it has time to usually cool.
John's here, and Miguel.
John, Miguel, hey guys. I'm glad you're here. We are enjoying some wonderful chicken fried steak. Oh, and Miguel, since you were one of the ones that requested tacos, you need to know that next week, Berea tacos. So, tacos will be made, my friend. Tacos will be made. Arr, there'll be tacos here. This is so good, I'm just totally like almost ignoring my salad over there. Gravy is really good. It's got a nice peppery flavor. Man. I also want to let you guys know that there were a few things that I would consider appetizers that were requested. Like, what was that one that you requested, Eli? I think it was you that requested them. Buffalo, no, not buffalo turds. What is it? Shotgun shells.
Yes.
And so, if and when, not if, but when the day comes that I pull that, I'm going to pull another one so that that will become the appetizer for whatever dinner I draw. That's how I'm going to have to play that one.
John says, I almost got hit by a train this morning.
Uh-oh. How'd that happen? Like in your car? I mean, the train would take you out.
Steve said buffalo chicken dip was suggested by me.
Okay.
And Eli said shotgun shells.
Okay. I kind of thought it was shotgun shell.
Well, yeah, and mozzarella sticks was also suggested as
Right.
a appetizer.
Right. Mozzarella sticks were also suggested. So when that's drawn, the same thing. We'll draw another one. The desserts are on a separate sheet of paper, and they'll get rotated onto the voting for the dessert, and they'll just keep getting put up there at one time or another until all the desserts have been made. So that's how that's going to rock. Last week's tomato soup cake was delicious. If you guys missed it, you missed a good one. That was really surprisingly good tomato soup cake. I would have never guessed. I'm just gonna keep right on plowing through this thing.
That might be on in the wheel already, Steve.
What's that?
Chicken cordon bleu.
I don't believe it is.
I'll write it down and I'll look
Yep.
through the list.
Yep. We'll definitely get it added in if it's not already in there. If it is in there, we'll add your name to the whoever else suggested it. for those of you that have YouTube channels, and that by that I mean you have active content, if you're the one that I choose for a particular Saturday, I try to remember to put a link to those people's channel, in the hopes that you would actually go there, watch a couple of videos, subscribe, that kind of thing. So,
Altar Girl says tomato soup cake. Sounds interesting.
it was. I thought it was going to be, I don't know, not good. I'm not sure what I expected, but I didn't expect what we got, which was a cake that didn't taste a thing like tomatoes. It kind of resembled a spice cake or a carrot cake without the carrots. It was really, really good. Very unique. It was a recipe from the 50s. It's easily found on Google. If you like to bake, give it a try.
Yep.
It was really good. Very surprising.
You're welcome, Steve.
I made a fatal mistake, Mrs. Old Guy.
What'd you do? Where's those oranges?
Oh, see? Told you. I made another. I was going to do a fancy little freaking orange garnish, but that didn't happen. I never garnish. I didn't make enough gravy. I should have made more gravy.
Oh,
I'm going to run out on my potatoes here.
Uh-oh. You want some of this? I'm not going to be able to eat all that steak.
You do what you can there.
And chicken cordon bleu was already suggested by Stanley.
Okay.
So we'll add your name to the...
So we'll go through the tickets and find that one, add your name to it, throw it back in the barrel. All right. One thing I really like about some of these suggestions that we're getting, not only are they things that we maybe haven't had for a while, but sometimes they're things we've never had. And I really like that.
Yep, like this dessert that Altar Rock Girl just suggested.
Okay.
Can you do a birthday cake cones, birthday baked funfetti cake inside of an ice cream cone, baked, then put frosting on top as a suggestion?
We can certainly do that. That's something I've not made, so yeah. We'll write it down. And it will get on to the voting at some point. And like I said, I'm just going to rotate these desserts until every one of them has been made. We got coconut cream pie coming up here, but I'm not in a giant hurry. This is really good. I might run over a little bit tonight, guys, just because I'm really enjoying this. It won't take long for me to finish the pie, but when the dinners turn out as good as they do, I can't help but just sit here and kind of enjoy it. Couple bites of steak left. I could have whipped those down in one bite, but I want to savor that taste. Savor the flavor. That is good.
It is.
It's funny, the local market, every so often we'll have what they say petite sirloins on sale. Now to me, a petite sirloin is something that weighs in between 8 and 10 ounces. You know, it's not real big. Their idea of a petite sirloin, some of them are at least 2 inches thick and probably weigh a pound or more. You can get like 2 steaks in a pack. It's kind of funny. Petite sirloin. Wow. All right, a couple more bites of my salad.
Eli said, I appreciate your channel for all the stuff you try. You have added to the internet recipe Rolodex for prosperity.
Thank you, Eli. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but coming up in the next weeks, there will be a new episode of the George and Pudgy Show, and it will be a live performance of the radio play. So I hope to see a whole bunch of you there when we do that. And there'll be plenty of notice upcoming. So, all right, a couple more bites, and then I'm getting on some whipped topping. Whipped topping. That is such a crappy expression. That was really good.
It was. I had too much. I'm going to save room for pie.
Okay. I can handle that. All right. Real quick. Let me get together some a nice topping to go on that pie.
What's the matter, Chumley? Come here.
Okay. So I got my mascarpone cheese here that I made a few days ago. This is probably maybe a little over a half a pound. I'm going to use most of this. Add a little bit of fresh cream to that. And I'm going to grab some powdered sugar. This is going to whip out and come together like really, really super quick. So.
Scott says, hey Tom, I'm back. I was driving my car to charge the battery. Haven't driven my truck in a month. How's the food?
Oh man, it's good as always, man.
And Steve says, was.
Was, yeah, exactly, was good. Beautiful.
Chicken fried steak for you.
see a pie.
Hi.
Pie. I could go to the trouble of putting it into the piping bag and, you know, pipe some stars or something all the way around it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to throw this cream on there, sprinkle some toasted coconut, and then I'm going to eat it. Well, that pie's set up beautifully.
Yeah.
Get this on here.
Sorry, chum. No pie for you either. No. But you can have a dog treat.
Oh boy. Yeah, you know. That's gonna be so good. Coconut cream pie has always been one of my favorites. Get that off of there.
Alter Rock Girl says crepes with mascarpone and macerated strawberries is so good.
Oh yeah, macerated strawberries. Yes, yes, yes.
And Scott says random, but after we all got done training today, we went to the lockers to put our gear up. When we all took our boots off, the room reeked.
I bet. I bet so. Okay, let's sprinkle some of this coconut on the top. Ooh,
That was good.
that was more coconut. You can't put too much coconut on top of the coconut cream pie. All right, let me cut a piece, I think. Then I'll show you. I'll show you.
Travis is here.
Hey, Travis, good evening. Hope you've had a good week. We're just now getting into some dessert. Oh, that's my piece.
No, it don't matter.
I didn't get a hold of the crust very good on the bottom, and it fell apart.
That's okay.
Okay, put this aside. I've made a substantial mess in here tonight, Mrs. Old Guy.
Is that anything new?
Not really. All right, let's give the folks at home a look. Come on, light. I'm gonna throw this thing across the room is what I'm gonna do. There we go.
That makes it a little bright. The light does.
Is that okay?
It's a little better. It still kind of blinds it out. Just no light is better.
No light is better now?
Mhm.
Okay, before...
Well, because of the white of the.
There. Is that better? Yes, that little bit.
It is.
Okay. Coconut cream pie in the light.
Because it's so white, it just blinded it out.
Well, that's a shame. Okay.
Eli says, whenever you feel like you've made a mess, just remember the pastry bag.
The pastry bag or the... oh, I didn't record that one. Yeah, okay. Yep. I'll always remember the pastry bag.
Mhm.
Or... I really don't know if I can even call that a pastry bag.
This is delicious.
Oh, yeah. It needs to cool a little longer.
It does.
That's great. That is the coconut cream pie. That is really good. And here I was thinking I'd have to run over to do this. Managed to get it all done in the 2 hours. How about that? Dinner and dessert. Yummy. We're going to be wrapping things up here pretty soon. So really, this is a great time for y'all to, if you have any last questions or any more comments, or if you happen to have another suggestion for dessert or dinner, even if it's just an appetizer, hey, go ahead and let Mrs. Old Guy know. We are going to write it down, and then at some point it'll get done.
You don't get no coconut cream pie, buddy. Scott says, by the way, everyone, it's daylight savings time tonight.
Yep. And unless you were already in a state that didn't do it, from what I understand, this is the last time you're going to have to set your clocks forward that 1 hour, and daylight savings time is done, from what I understand. When it comes to this fall, you're not going to be setting your clock back an hour. It's just going to stay where it's at. So instead of dark at 5 o'clock in the winter, it'll be an hour later at 6, which is slightly better. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I do believe that,
Is it all states or is it just states that voted on it?
It's all states. It was done on the federal level. Now there were some states that didn't do it to start with. So yummy.
Eli says daylight savings? What is that?
A ridiculous concept. Guess it made more sense then than it does now.
Scott says, when did they get rid of the daylight savings? I'm surprised I haven't heard of it.
Well, from what I understand, that this tonight, when you go to bed and you set it forward that hour, that's it. You never have to do it again.
When did they do that? He says.
No, tonight.
When did they change?
Oh, when did they change it? I think it was voted last year in 2022. I'm pretty sure that it was voted on in 2022, and that it would take effect this weekend. So, I may be wrong, but I don't think so. I love making mascarpone because it sure adds a lot of flavor. Oh man.
Eli said they've never had it there.
Well, that's good. Then you're not going to miss nothing. It's just the same old thing for you guys. For the rest of us, it's a little bit of a change. That was tremendous.
Travis wants spinach pizza.
Spinach pizza. Okay. This little guy is writing that down. That will get added. And since it's specific like that, like you just didn't say pizza, then it will definitely be that, a spinach pizza. And I'm not going to add that to another one that says pizza if there was one. I don't believe there was. Oh yeah, there was one. A chicken fettuccine pizza or something like along that line. It was
I
a
don't
chicken
remember.
pizza of some sort. Now maybe I'll make it a pizza night and do 2 different kinds.
Eli says, thank you, Mr. and Mrs. OG, for another great stream.
Well, thank you, Eli, and everybody else. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your weekend when I know that most of you have the weekend off and could probably find something better to do than to hang out with an old man. So I really appreciate that more than I could ever say. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. This is the highlight of my week. I just love it. We plan this stuff all week long and try to get it as best as we can for you folks, since you are request it and then you come and watch. And so I try to do as thorough of a job as I can and make these dinners like I'm cooking for me, which I am. And I'm cooking for you too. So I thank you all very much for your subscription and for your continued support.
Scott says, great stream as always. And Steve says, thank you for the stream.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
And Steve wanted to know what's on the menu for next week again.
Next Saturday night is Berea Tacos for the first time. I've never had them and I've never made them. So that's going to be a double fun for me. So not only the cooking, but the enjoying of eating also. So all right, I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate everybody watching. I really do. I'm going to ask you, as always, to please get out in your community and give back some way. Volunteer a little time at a clothing bank or a food bank or something. If you can't do that, help out a neighbor. Just do something to give back a little bit, okay? I'll see you next week. In the meantime, y'all take care. We'll see you then. Bye.